Hey everyone, this is Thruveen and I welcome you all to Power BI Paginated Report Step by Step series. You are watching third part of this series, and in this session I am going to talk about how you can connect different data sources with Power BI Paginated Report. So without wasting much time, let's get started and talk more about that thing in detail. But before that, here is an intro. Here I am on my machine, and here you can see that on the left hand side I have different options. The very first step to prepare the paginated report is to connect the data source and data set. Now let me give you the overall idea about which data sources are supported at this moment, as well as the SQL Server database that I am going to connect over here with my paginated reports. So let's talk more about that thing in detail over here. To connect any data sources with paginated report, first of all you need to right click on the data source option. Here you have two different options. First is add Power BI dataset connection and second one is add data source. Add Power BI data source connection is something which allows us to add any dataset that you have an access in Power BI service. Those dataset can be accessed over here as well. During this entire session series, we are going to use SQL Server as our data source. So I am going to click on add new data source here. Select that, and over here the very first step is that you need to provide the name for your data source. So I am going to provide my data source name as SalesDB because I am going to connect one sales data source over here. The second step is that you need to select the connection type. So at this moment you can see that this many of data sources are supported: Azure Analysis Service, Azure Synapse Analytics, Dataverse, Enter Data, meaning you can manually enter some data, Azure SQL Database, Microsoft SQL Server, SQL Server Analysis Service, ODBC, Oracle Database, and Teradata. So this many of connections are supported at this moment. Now here I am going to use Microsoft SQL Server over here. So let's select that, and now we need to provide the connection string. If you do not know about the connection string, click on build option, and here you need to provide the server name and authentication mechanism over here. So first of all, let me show you my SQL Server database. So here I have opened my SQL Server, and here you can see that I have imported sales database over here. I have provided the link of this backup file to the description box. The dataset is uploaded to my GitHub repository. You can download it and restore it in your SQL Server. If you do not know how to restore the dataset into SQL Server, I have created a separate video for that. So link is available in the description box. Now for this sales database, I have this many of tables: customers, employees, products, and sales. Customer means customer information. Employees means the person who has sell the product. Product means product master table, and sales means entire sales items over here. So basically we need to apply different join and get the desired data set based on our requirement. Now to build the connection string, first of all we need to provide server name. If you do not know how to find the server name, click on connect option over here, and over here you will find your server name. So in my case, my server name is desktopqmd78d. Now in your case it might be different. So based on your convenient you can choose accordingly. Now let me open up the paginated report screen and provide me the server name over here. So I provided that server name, and now if you already have the Windows authentication, go with that mechanism. Otherwise you can choose SQL Server authentication as well. I am going to use SQL Server authentication here. Let's select that, and let me provide username and password for my SQL Server authentication. Now from here you need to choose your database name. So I am selecting my database name as SalesDB from here. So let's select that, and now let's click on test connection. So you can see that test connection succeeded, meaning your connection string is perfect. And now let's click on OK. So you can see that the connection string has been prepared automatically over here. Then let's click on OK. So you can see that the data source connection has been established successfully for your first paginated report. Once you connect the data source to paginated report, it's time to get the data set from our database. Now, in order to add data set, right click on the database that you have just added. So I have added sales DB table over here. So here I have added sales DB database. Let's right click on that and click on add dataset. So this has opened dataset property dialog to me. Now here let's provide dataset name. I am providing my dataset name as salesDB. Then I need to select the data source. So I selected the same data source that I have added here. Now in query type we have three different options: text, table and store procedure. Now in this case I am using SQL Server on premise. So table option is disabled by default. So either you can add your query here or you can add your store procedure over here. Now let me talk about what report I wanted to prepare here. So basically I have prepared one stored procedure in my SQL Server database. The procedure name is spgetSalesData. Now what I want to do here is I want salesperson ID as a parameter, and based on that it should display this entire data to me. Now which data I wanted to see here, let me show you first over here. So let's say for an example I am just entering one employee ID over here and click on OK, and what happen here is it will show me all sales line item over here, like whatever the sales ID over here, who is the customer for this sales line item, then the product name, its price, employee's full name, last name, customer full name, last name, product ID, quantity, customer ID, everything I'm getting using this store procedure. Now it is not something that you need to learn more about this stored procedure over here. You can simply use the stored procedure that I have shown here, and once you restore the data set, this stored procedure is already available for you. So instead of query I am using stored procedure, but if you wish to add query you can go with that thing as well. But let me just show you how to add stored procedure with paginated report. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to select stored procedure from here, and now it is asking me to enter the dataset credential here. So I'm just adding my credential for my SQL Server dataset. Click on OK. And now it is asking me to select the stored procedure name. So select the drop down, and over here you will find the stored procedure, that is get sales data. So let's select that, and now let's click on Query Designer. In Query Designer as well, you can see that there is an option to execute and check the result. So let's run the result, and now let's pass the parameter value over here. So I just passed 24, and you can see the preview of my data over here. Click on OK, and now just click on OK over here as well. Once you click enter, you can see that entire dataset with all the fields from the stored procedure is being visible to me over here. As well as one important thing to note, here we have used salesperson ID as a parameter, so that has added to the parameter section automatically. Now let's say for an example you wanted to have a result like whenever we run the report for the first time, it should show the default parameter value to pass over there. Then you simply need to click on right click on parameter properties, and here we have default value section. Here you can select specify values and click on add, and I just wanted to add 24 as default value because that is one of the employee ID that I know which has the enough information and enough data. So let's just click on OK, and that is how you can set your default parameter value as well. Now let's save our report. So I'm just storing my RDL file over here. Now the first step of the report development for paginated report has been completed. We have connected data source and data set. Hope so far you are good with me. Now in the next session, what we are going to do here is we will build our first paginated reports template. So see you in the next session. Meantime, if you have any question, add your question in the comment section. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. I am uploading new video related Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, Teams and SharePoint every day on my channel. So make sure that you never miss any updates from my channel. If you are looking for any consultancy, here is the website. Click on that, go to the contacts page and add your query over here to me. If you wanted to follow me on all my social media handles, click on this link. It will redirect you to this Linktree account. Over here, you will find my YouTube, website, Instagram, LinkedIn, blog, Twitter, Facebook, and GitHub link. So you can follow me on all my social media handles over here. Also, if you are interested for Instagram learning, here is the Instagram account. Click on that. It will redirecting you to my Instagram homepage. Here I am uploading new video related Power Platform related in form of post, reels, IGTV and much more. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram as well. The ID for Instagram is Power Platform Guy. So make sure that you follow and never miss any updates over there as well. Also, if you are interested for different short video related audiogram, here is a channel for audio podcast. Click on that. It will redirecting you to this channel. Here you can listen your favorite Power Platform podcast on different podcast platform like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify and many more. Also, if you are interested for different short video related Power Platform, here is a separate channel called Digital Dhruvin. Click on that. It will redirecting you to this new channel. Over here you can follow me and subscribe this channel as well. Here I am uploading different short videos related Power Platform. So make sure that you subscribe and show your love over there as well. This is Dhruvin signing off. See you in the next session. Have a great day. Goodbye.